Back here on MVI Live, and apologies to everybody out there tuning in, as did not realize that the sound kicked off on the program with about 10 minutes remaining in the half. But it is 4-0 in favor of the Southmoreland Scotties here on MVI Live, as we again will run down the Scoring Planet Roof halftime show nearing its end. I know the ads audio played, which was great for all of our wonderful sponsors here on MVI Live, but missed probably who got those last few goals for the Southmoreland Scotties, who lead 4-0 here in this one, as Olivia Cernuto started the scoring with 14:34 into the half, her 7th goal of the season. Then it was followed up by Kylie Queer, her second at the 26:20 mark, and Cernuto in the final 10 would complete the hat trick. 31:47 into the half, Cernuto would make it a 3-0 game and would finish off the hat trick with 2.4 seconds left in the half. Her 9th goal of the season, 91 career goals now for Olivia Cernuto, the senior commit to Gannon for, again, basketball. So, again, appreciate all of you tuning in and dealing with that audio collapse issue. And if it does happen again, and you guys notice it, and you notice it's not fixed, all of you tuning in out there, that audio disappeared, either if you have my number, which I'm sure some of our listeners do, text me. If not, go on Twitter, tweet at me, let me know. I can fix the issues, because when you're in a press box like this and the sun's bearing down, looking at computer screens to notice your audio is not working is not the easiest thing in the world. But again, the audio is back up and running, which great to have, and we'll have it for the second half. So we'll have that yet video. So we got you something, and that's what these tests are for. Got to get the kinks out still. Not necessarily saying it's a test game. We've been running games since the basketball season last year, but first soccer game we've done on MVI Live, and we appreciate you tuning in and joining us here as we get set for half number 2. 4-0 Southmoreland leads Olivia Cernuto. She's been dominant, as we do indeed see a changing of the guard in the net. It is going to be Haley Hasinger coming in, replacing Autumn Bartos, with her team up 4-0. 3 saves for Bartos. Could be a lot worse of a game if it wasn't for the play of Conrad. Saw 18 shots sent her way. 14 got on goal. 10 saves in the first half. As ball trickles out of bounds on the near side. 40 minutes of soccer remaining here this evening from Charleroi High School. Again, it is a 4-0 Southmoreland lead, thanks to Olivia Cernuto, as the ball chipped back up towards the middle of the field. One hop controlled there by Bella Corrado, a little behind the intended target as she was looking for McKenna DeYounger. Back to the back line, one touch along and taken back over by Southmoreland, as that's ahead and out of the reach of Kylie Queer. Conrad will pick it up on the far side. 39:05 remaining here in the half against Southmoreland. 8 girls returning from last year's third-place team and state qualifiers. As throw-in far side. Southmoreland looks to increase the lead as a ball sent through far side, working her way in. That appears to be Cernuto. Cernuto fires. Conrad denies again. Queer denied again. Back-to-back saves by the junior Addison Conrad to start half number 2. Two second-half saves already for Addison Conrad, just 2 minutes in. And she has been outstanding. 12 saves so far on 16 shots thrown her way. Is trying to work her way back in is Lily Wasman to the middle of the field. Cernuto slides it through. Kylie Queer canceled out. That's by Icavino. Icavino around one. has her pocket picked, but the whistle blows, and it's going to be a free kick on the near side for Charleroi. And I made this comment for those of you who tuned in on our first Friday Night Lights of the year. Again, we'll have more tomorrow with Belle Vernon and Laurel Highlands. That was my first football game since week 0 at the Wolverina last year. This is my first soccer game since the Belle Vernon Oakland Catholic playoff game last year, and that was the first soccer game I think I did since I worked for Chatham as their announcer for a while. So it's been a long time for me. So by Saturday, be a pro again, as working her way in down the near side, Southmoreland on the offensive, as that's Gabby Fabry back up top. One-timer blocked away. Now it's Cernuto changing directions. Cernuto on a Tarrant pace this season, averaging 4.5 goals per game. And she hasn't even played 2 full games yet. 91 career goals, just 9 away from 100 for Olivia Cernuto. And, of course, make sure you stay tuned after the game. Highway Appliance Player of the Game. We'll go to our best performing Mon Valley player, no matter what happens. As here comes Gabby Fabry working in, plays the angles and got it as she hits it off the far side, posting in. As Gabby Fabry finds pay dirt for the first time this season, and the first girl not named Queer or Cernuto to put a ball in the back of the net for Southmoreland as they lead 5-0 here in half number 2. Much quicker offense this half, coming just 3:38 into half number 2. Third shot attempt, third shot on goal. But again, Highway Appliance Player of the Game will go to our top performing Mon Valley athlete in the contest. As here comes McKenna DeYounger. DeYounger has some space, stops up. DeYounger working in the middle of the field. DeYounger look to have a bit of an offensive control, but Southmoreland will quickly cancel back out. Here's Olivia Cernuto, settling things down, calm, cool, and collected with the ball. She'll drill it into the back line. Now it's DeYounger once more on the far side. DeYounger tries to slide it far sideline, does not connect. Southmoreland working their way in. Kylie Queer up ahead of the play, gets the ball, runs into it. Queer in the front corner of the end zone, now back towards the sideline and eventually kicked out. And a throw in coming for the Southmoreland Scotties. Quick toss in. Southmoreland playing a little catch on the far side, and the whistle blows with 35-14 remaining, and now Charleroi will take over, and they'll get a kick here on the near side just outside, or will be just outside the goal box. Just trying to get the placement right here is Charleroi, and no, probably a lot of eyes are in Pittsburgh tonight. Backyard brawl, West Virginia, of course, if you haven't seen already, on top of Pitt 7-3 in the second quarter. No, that makes probably most of the people at the Mon Valley Independent that I work with very unhappy. As far as sideline, Southmoreland looking to control as it's knocked out of bounds. Going to be Charleroi ball, maybe an opportunity at their first goal of the contest. Another free kick. It's going to be Ramsdale, the kicker on the football team as well. Again, drills one in. DeYounger running in after it. DeYounger fires one and fires it in. McKenna DeYounger gets the Cougars on the board, and it's 5-1 here in half number 2. A beautifully placed ball by Ramsdale off the free kick, and McKenna DeYounger capitalizes as Charleroi on the board for the first time here in this one. First shot on goal this half, and it goes in for McKenna DeYounger as Charleroi cuts the lead back down to 4. And that kind of, you look at those early and late goals in halves, in periods, can be absolute backbreakers. As here comes Cernuto looking to answer, sends it through, canceled out by the defense, as Icamino just slaps it out towards the far sideline. As Charleroi's McKenna DeYounger has got the goose egg off the board with her second of the season. As chip back out, there is DeYounger. We're talking about those backbreakers. Cernuto scoring with just 2 seconds left in the half, and then it was a quick goal by Gabby Fabry, just 3:38. So 2 goals in 3 minutes and 40 seconds for Southmoreland. Got them a 5-0 lead. You cancel out those 2 goals, you're looking at a 3-1 game right now. Those back-breaking goals really are what you got to try to avoid if you are Charleroi throughout the course of the season. But this is a very good tune-up game for Charleroi, especially coming off a tough loss to Chartiers Houston. If, get back in the right swing of things, continue to compete for a playoff spot. Again, it's been a while for the Charleroi Cougars since they've had a postseason berth, as that was back in 2018. They went 7-7. Last time a double-digit win season for the Cougars was 2016. That was also the last time that Charleroi had a playoff victory. They did make the WPIAL championship just a few years back, though. It seems like a lot longer than just a few years now, but 2015, making me feel old because I'm thinking, I didn't graduate high school that long ago, but I guess it is. That was the last time Charleroi made the WPIAL championship. They lost 1-0 to Greensburg Central Catholic. That was an 18-win season for the Charleroi Cougars. It was also the last time they made and had a win in the state playoffs. And trying to get back to the state playoff or the playoffs again this year, as Corrado has that one knocked away from her off the feed for McKenna DeYounger. And here comes Charleroi once again, trying to find some space. Far side, flipped off a leg and out of bounds. Is in the way defensively was Aubrey Cedar. 31:30 remaining here in the half. Substitution for the Charleroi Cougars. As getting set is going to be Wither to throw it on. Neon orange spikes for Wither on the far sideline. So those little things as an announcer you got to look for to help figure out who's who. Like that, Cernuto down the far sideline, streaking, canceled out. As she'll get it back, Cernuto. Top of the box, fires and scores again. Cernuto, 92 now on the career. There's the 6th goal of the game for the Southmoreland Scotties, as Cernuto answers right back. 9:09 into the second half. We already have our 3rd goal of the half. Again, it's Olivia Cernuto getting back into the scorer column. 4th time today, 10th goal of the season for Cernuto, as she is having her way here. With the Charleroi Cougars, as McKenna DeYounger, the lone goal scorer, will get things rolling once more. It took 14:34 in the first half to get any scoring started. 3 goals here in the first 9 minutes and 9 seconds of half number 2. As there's Bella Corrado on the far side. Corrado swings it to the middle, canceled out as that's Gabby Fabry back the other way. To the center line, Southmoreland got it to Cernuto. Slides one far side, was looking for Kylie Queer unsuccessfully. Back to Olivia Cernuto. Cernuto, a little quick pass far side. Southmoreland looking to regroup just inside the 50. Near side, there's Gabby Fabry. She started the scoring this half. Looks for Cernuto, just out of her reach, and coming out is Addison Conrad. Even though she has given up 6 goals here, and this one has been absolutely stellar. And again, it could have been about an 8-0 game if it wasn't for the play of Addison Conrad in the early going, as Corrado heads it up, and now it's controlled and slammed back out by the back line of Lizzie Boone. Whistle blows, 29:50 and counting here in half number 2. Another whistle, and we'll try it again. Going to be a free kick for the Southmoreland Scotties. Doing the honors will be Gabby Fabry. Fabry in between the 45 and 50. Sends it down, pinballs around. Cernuto trying to split a pair and does. Cernuto fires again. Great diving save again by Addison Conrad, as she denies Olivia Cernuto from point blank range again. She's stopped Cernuto 5 times, even though Olivia has 4 goals. Every opportunity that Conrad has denied Cernuto as we get another corner, it's going to be the 6th Southmoreland one of the game. They have been point blank range, high octane scoring opportunities for Olivia Cernuto. As it's going to be Gabby Fabry again to do the honors, it appears, from the near side. Actually, scratch that, make that Amanda Hoffer from the near side corner. Hoffer drills it into the box, and that one pinballs around, pinballs up, and Conrad off the deflection again. We'll deny that one. Had 19 shots thrown in her direction in half number 1. In the early going has already seen 6 in the first 12 minutes. As Southmoreland looks to continue to power forward, but Charleroi clears it back to center field. That's where DeYounger slides one along. Looking for Corrado. Now it's DeYounger on her run down the far sideline. McKenna DeYounger drills one again. That one denied by the shins of the netminder, as that's Hassinger. First save of the game for Hassinger. On her second opportunity. 27:50 remaining in the half. As there's Cernuto again, sends it into some space. Here comes Southmoreland back the other way. Down the near sideline, drove back to the middle by Bartos. As Bartos now playing the near side wing after starting the game in net. Conrad off another save, sends that one back up off a hop DeYounger. McKenna DeYounger flips it to the middle. Now Charleroi looks to get up ahead over the center of the field and will as they flip it to the near side in space, and easy timing to watch it roll out of bounds, and getting the throw in will be Southmoreland as Amanda Hoffer watched it out on the near side. Quick throw in. She was looking for Bartos. Deflects back. That's Corrado. Bella Corrado working her way back in. Beautiful feed. Now a little pass inside DeYounger again, and that one's denied again by Hassinger, as McKenna DeYounger was looking for her second of the half off after some pretty passing, as Corrado found Cam Musser, who found DeYounger just unable to beat Hassinger around the halfway mark here of half number 2. Is Cernuto. Keeps it in on the far side. Great hustle. Cernuto walking a tightrope, sends one in front, but they say the ball does cross the back goal line, so that will give Charleroi a goal kick with 26:25 remaining here in half number 2. 6-1 Southmoreland leads. Time continues to tick off, as this time we'll get a throw in for Charleroi just on their side of the 50. Throw in once again. Charleroi trying to continue to pad some points on the board, find some momentum. Again, not a game you're going to win down 6-1 to Southmoreland, but start to get some momentum, start to do some little things right, like that sequence you had with Musser, Corrado, and DeYounger. Did not result in a goal, but plays like that, those are momentum-building plays if you are Charleroi, and things you have to look to be able to do. See if you can continue to build some momentum, continue to find who you are as a team. You know, coming off a tough season, but they have playoff aspirations this year. And if you can get the play that you've got out of Addison Conrad, yes, she's given up 6 goals tonight, as here comes DeYounger again, but you get that throughout the course of an entire season, that is going to be a huge win for this Charleroi team, the way that Conrad has been able to play this year, as Kendall Fabry trying to work her way around. All WPIL a season ago has been held scoreless so far through the first almost 2 games of the season. Olivia Cernuto, though, has picked up all the slack. 10 goals so far for Cernuto, with 24-25 remaining here in half number 2 of game number 2 of the season for Southmoreland. They scored 7 in game number 1, sitting at 6 right now as Cernuto sends one to the box, deflected away by the Cougar defense. Up top, Southmoreland has it, drilled from distance right in. Addison Conrad, another save. 7th shot thrown her way this half as Conrad punts it away down the far sideline. Takes a hop. There's DeYounger. One touch along and drilled back off the body of DeYounger. McKenna DeYounger continues to control and slide tackled away and eventually cleared back to the Cougar end. Headed down. That's by Icavino and eventually off the foot of Southmoreland's Hinkle and as it pinballs out of bounds on the near side. Throw in coming for the Scotties of Southmoreland. Hoffer deflects out once again. That's off the body of Icavino. One more time. Hoffer will try. Headed down. Middle of the field. Controlled by DeYounger. Slam far side is running it down on the far sideline for Southmoreland is Amanda Hoffer. Make that Aubrey Cedar actually on the far side for the Scotties. She will throw it in. 23:05 remaining. Now Southmoreland will drill this one upfield, near side, running after it. That's Mackenzie Hinkle. Hinkle on the near side. Controls. Hinkle trying to work her way around the defense. Hinkle bodies the defender down as she got a big piece of Icavino with the shoulder. And I believe we will indeed get our first card of the game on Hinkle. And it is a yellow card on Hinkle, drilling Icavino on the back line with 22:49 remaining here in half number 2. 6-1 your score in favor of Southmoreland. Free kick for Charleroi from the near side. It's going to be Icavino taking. She was the one who got drilled just moments ago, drawing the card for Southmoreland. Cernuto, 4 goals today, one by Kylie Queer and one by Gabby Fabry. That one started the scoring this half for the Charleroi Cougars. 1 goal came off the foot of McKenna DeYounger from Taylor Ramsdale. DeYounger also was stoned by Hassinger, this half off a beautiful tic-tac-toe from Corrado to Musser to DeYounger right in the middle of the box, but Hassinger, a very aggressive style of keeping, was able to keep that one out and keep it a 6-1 game. And it was 10-2 last year. In the last about 10 or so years, it is a 3-2 record for Southmoreland over Charleroi in the head-to-head. There's Kendall Fabry down the far side as Fabry canceled out. Sends it right back up. Did not give up, but on the play as working her way in down the far sideline. That one's Nicklow as the ball pinballs towards the crease and eventually controlled by Conrad once again, nearing the 20-minute mark here of the half. Ball drilled back out towards Nicklow. Body down by the Cougar back line as it's sent towards DeYounger. McKenna DeYounger works around one on a shifty move up ahead. Bella Corrado going to try to run after it, but it's cleared out by Boone on the back line. And once again, Charleroi will get a throw in, this time in the real estate of the Southmoreland Scotties. Charleroi in no hurry, down by 5. There's Corrado sending one in to the box, and eventually Hassinger will corral with 21-14 remaining here in the half. Ball bounces down high over the head of the intended target as they were looking for Miley Street on the far side. Charleroi another throw in, 21 remaining even here in half number 2. 6-1 Southmoreland leads. Again, knocked out by the defense of the Scotties, and once again Charleroi will get a throw in on the far sideline. Charleroi just trying to find some sort of life here offensively. 2 opportunities this half. One went past the netminder Hassinger. The other was denied on a very aggressive sequence, denying DeYounger, who was bidding for her second goal. First one came off a free kick like this as that one bounces over the head of the defense towards the top of the box, slides back out near side, and that's where the Scotties regroup. Southmoreland charging back the other way, is sending it up was Aubrey Cedar. Near side controlled. Stopping up is Kylie Queer. Queer trying to work her way around Icavino. Queer sends one middle of the box. Kicked down and eventually drilled back towards Conrad. Comes out of the crease to make the save as Conrad will slow things down halfway through half number 2. Conrad punts it away back towards the center line over to DeYounger. Headed forward by Corrado. Here comes Bella Corrado. Takes it away from one, but knocked back down by the back line of Southmoreland. Now knocked out, last touched off the foot of the Charleroi Cougars. So Southmoreland takes back over, 19:35 remaining here in the half. 6-1 advantage over Charleroi in this one. Quick throw in, knocked down, and eventually trickles out of bounds far side of the field. And once again, Southmoreland now make it Charleroi, will get the throw in. Kendra Tovich threw it in, found DeYounger. There comes DeYounger, slide far side. Here's Corrado. Corrado working her way in. Ball sent to the box and cleaned up by Lizzie Boone once more as it trickles out to the right of the flag on the far side. Another throw in coming from Charleroi, this time inside the end zone. So Charleroi, some of their best field position of the contest off a throw in. Only one corner here in this one for the Charleroi Cougars. Southmoreland hasn't capitalized on any of their 6 so far in this game, but just tells you how much Southmoreland's really been dominating zone time in this game and has continued to do it in the second half with Olivia Cernuto on the bench. Obviously, no need to have Olivia Cernuto out there, up 6-1, already 4 goals for Olivia Cernuto, 10 goals in 2 games for Cernuto. Had 88 career goals entering play, up to 92, so just 8 goals away from Cernuto hitting triple digits at Southmoreland. Of course, though, will be playing basketball at Gannon for the Southmoreland Scotties, or after finishing her time with the Southmoreland Scotties. Charleroi will get a throw in on the near side. Drilled off a body. That was of Cam Musser. Now a chance. McKenna DeYounger. Pressure from behind. DeYounger has her canceled out. Great effort on the back check as getting back was Aubrey Cedar to knock it away and keep it a 6-1 game. McKenna DeYounger, though, will indeed get Charleroi their second corner of the contest, first of the half. As it will come from the near side, running in to do the honors for Charleroi will indeed be Sophia Icavino, the senior defender. Icavino high arcer into the box. Pinballs back up top as Charleroi still fighting for it, back to the box. Top of the box, Charleroi controls, and they turn it over far side, and Southmoreland will look to clear. Down the far sideline, the Scotties come. Back into Charleroi real estate, up 6-1 here in this one as the ball trickles out of bounds down the far sideline, as canceling out the attack of Southmoreland was the Charleroi defense. as that was Kondratovic doing the honors to knock it out on the far side. Great effort by the Kondratovic, the freshman midfielder for Charleroi. Also appreciate Anna coming over and actually correctly telling me how to pronounce her name after the coach said I have no idea. So much appreciation to Anna for helping me out with that, as this one's drilled back up towards midfield. 15:40 remaining here in the half. 6-1 lead for Southmoreland over the Charleroi Cougars. Charleroi's lone goal came from a Kennedy Younger. Olivia Cernuto 4, Kylie Queer 1, and the other belongs to Gabby Fabry. Gabby Fabry was the first Southmoreland Scotty not named Olivia Cernuto or Kylie Queer to find the back of the net here this season. Came just over 3 minutes into half number 2, so a game and a half before a third scorer was found for Southmoreland. As Corrado working her way in, knocked down as the ball knocked out by Lizzie Boone on the far side. Another throw-in coming for Charleroi as Bella Corrado unable to work her way past the Charleroi defense. 75 career points for Corrado entering play here tonight. Quick throw in. Southmoreland takes over. Far side, the Scotties look to send it out. They'll kick it off the far sideline, and Charleroi another throw in. Nearing 10 minutes remaining here in this contest as Southmoreland just playing keep away. At the moment, they're content kind of letting the ball pinball around and have a bunch of throw-ins because time continues to tick off, and when you're up by 5, that's exactly what you're looking for if you are Southmoreland, who is in 2 games so far this year, giving up 2 goals so far, counting play here tonight, and they have scored now 13 goals on the season. So Southmoreland, the defending third-place team of the WPIL with 8 returning starters, showing they're primed again for another very good season. And we'll have a ton more soccer on Saturday as Liam Bellin will join me for all of that as an injured Cougar down on the field. But we'll have a full comedy of games for you on Saturday in the Mo Rosensteel Kickoff Classic from Norwin High School. Start things off with the Ringgold Rams as they will take on Hickory. Ringgold lost their first game of the season to Alderdice. They did bounce back with a big section win against Connellsville. Thomas Jefferson, who looks to be primed to take their section. Thomas Jefferson. Sorry, trying to see who is the shaken up Cougar down on the field. They'll take on Franklin Regional. That should be a really fun game. I've had the opportunity to talk to the head coach of the Jaguars over the last couple of days. Very excited about the squad he has, and a couple of young reserve freshmen as well on his roster that he says are very impactful to what his team is indeed trying to do, as it does appear to be Ike Avino, the shaken up Charleroi Cougar. So best wishes for her down there. Nothing too serious. And of course, then it will be an all non-Mon Valley matchup to round out the evening. But of course, with everything with the Mo Rosensteel stuff, we're pleased to do all 3 games, and it should be a very good game with the Norwin Knights and the Latrobe Wildcats. So that should be a lot of fun to have all 3 games for you here exclusively on MVI Live, as Liam Bellin will join me for all the action on Saturday, which after tonight and after tomorrow night, Flying Solo, I will very much appreciate having a color man once again. But if you don't already know, big game tomorrow night here on MVI Live, as we will have Rodney Gallagher in the Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking a trip to the beach to take on Quentin Martin and the Bell Vernon Leopards. And of course, during the Planet Roof halftime show, another great interview for you as we sat down with the #1 player in the state, 5-star recruit Quentin Martin, who just celebrated his 16th birthday, but a man mature beyond his age and very excited to see where that young man ends up. Already projected as a top 3 round pick in the NFL draft when he comes out of college. So, yeah, are we getting ahead of ourselves nowadays? The kids that are still juniors in high school are already getting their draft projection? Absolutely, but impressive nonetheless, and we'll get to watch him for the first time this season tomorrow. And we sat down with him, so very excited to share that interview with you as Southmoreland back on the attack as Charleroi looks to cancel out, and they will on the defensive line as that was Ramsdale knocking it out. Speaking of football, of course, Charleroi will have them later on in the season on an MVI Live Game of the Week on a Friday. As ball rolls out of bounds, far side. Goal kick coming for the Charleroi Cougars. But later in the season, we will be back here for some football for you, as we'll have the Cougars and the Brentwood Spartans here on MVI Live later on this season, as that will be another fun game to be able to cover for you guys. But, of course, volleyball, soccer, we're going to go in full swing of things. This week was a little different on MVI Live, of course, with the Mo Rosensteel Kickoff Classic coming on Saturday, but back to the normal 4 broadcast a week schedule coming up for you starting next week, as I have a full week of action for you on MVI Live, so make sure you tune into the social medias, see where we'll be and what games we will be covering, as Lizzie Boone gets set to throw it in on the near side as Boone got it up and out of bounds. She was looking for Nicklow. Middle of the field, control taken away by Charleroi and drilled back out by Lizzie Boone and out of bounds on the near sideline. 11:36 remaining here in the half. Charleroi gets a throw in, quickly fired in by the defense on the near side. Firing that one in was Ella Seipolt from the near sideline, and now Wither went after that one, taken away by Southmoreland, as they'll send one back to Nicklow and eventually trickles out far side as Southmoreland's able to hold the field of play. Sent back into the box. Nicklow heads one in and eventually grabbed down by the netminder Conrad, who saw an early start to this half, but things have cooled down as of late. Still has picked up an additional 6 saves this half. 16 total in the game for the junior netminder. Far side controlled by Southmoreland, is trying to work her way up was Nicklow off the deflection of Ramsdale, back outside on the far side line, and Charleroi will look to defend once more. Southmoreland another throw in with 10-12 remaining here in the half. Sarnudo with 4 goals, 3 in the first half, 1 in the second. That was the 6th and final goal to this point of the contest. Sarnudo now 10 goals on the season. The other belongs to Kylie Queer and Gabby Fabry. On the other side of things, we see McKenna DeYounger from Taylor Ramsdale picking up the lone Charleroi goal. DeYounger has had a number of opportunities in this second half, could easily have 2 or 3 goals this half DeYounger, but that's been about the only opportunity Charleroi has had, as Corrado sends one through as they'll try to run it down, but Lizzie Boone, first one there once again for Southmoreland, and Boone drills it far sideline and kept inbounds there by the Scotties as time continues to tick away. Under 10 minutes to play here in the half. Andrada had it taken away from her. Now near side, running into the ball for Southmoreland. That is Wasman. Wasman canceled out by a pair of Charleroi Cougars. And a throw-in coming for Wasman and Southmoreland on the far side of some more substitutions with 8:55 remaining here in the half. 6-1 advantage here for the Southmoreland Scotties over the Charleroi Cougars. Throw-in will be done by Hannah Kahn, the freshman midfielder, one of the new players just to check in. Mackenzie Hinkle comes back in as well, along with Mackenzie Armstrong, a senior, as the ball ricochets out of bounds near sideline. 8:24 remaining here in the half. Another quick throw in. That one ricochets away from Armstrong. Changing direction is the Charleroi defense and Ella Seipold. Seipold will go in after that again. As thrown towards the net, cleared back out by the back line of the Cougars and out of bounds on the near side. Another throw in coming for Southmoreland, is quickly firing that one in is Ladowitz, and another whistle blows on the near side with the ball lying at the 15-yard line and 7:54 remaining here in the half. Looks to be a free kick coming for Charleroi. Ella Seipold will do the honors from the near side. Seipold turns it over off the kick. Drilled back across the field by Mackenzie Hinkle. Coming out is going to be Addison Conrad, as Conrad picks it up on the far side. Conrad drills it away with the right foot. Bounces towards midfield, headed along, but right to the Southmoreland Scotties with 7:14 remaining here in the half. Back towards the box, it's Conrad once again. Slows things down. Conrad punts it away, knocked down by the Cougars in the middle of the field, and now doubling back for it on the far side is Kendratovic, and she'll just knock it out on the far sideline. And Southmoreland another throw-in. 6:44 now remaining, and a 6-1 lead for Southmoreland as Southmoreland continues to kill time. Kendratovic on the far sideline slides one up, but Southmoreland drills it further back in. Conrad once again. Top of the box. Sends one out off a hop over the middle of the field, and that's where Charleroi will look to regroup, but Southmoreland takes back over. The Scotties looking to penetrate into the attacking end. There's Bartos. She started the game in net, was replaced by Hassinger. The start here in half number 2 as the ball just trickles near sideline. Nobody will get there as it will roll out of bounds. And another throw-in coming for Southmoreland with 6:04 remaining here in the half. 6-1 lead for the Scotties. Throw in, and Southmoreland will be unable to walk the tightrope as trying to work her way down the near sideline was Mackenzie Hinkle, the senior midfielder. Waiting some substitutions as Seipold will fire it in off the foot of the Cougar on the near side and eventually works its way back outside. Now it's going to be a Southmoreland throw-in, as that was off the foot of Emily Knepp for Charleroi. Seeing her first action of the night as a whistle blows, and it's going to go back to Charleroi. 5 minutes now remaining here in half number 2. Taylor Ramsdale will get a kick from the 22-yard line. Her team down 6-1. Ramsdale has an assist on the lone Cougar goal as she'll drill that one the length of the field almost, as Taylor Ramsdale showing off the leg strength as Lizzie Boone will just send it back up the far side, and that's where it's taken back over by Southmoreland. 4:35 remaining in the half. Kendratovic from the far side slides one forward. Sent through the body of Bartos to flex back up far side, and once again Southmoreland looks to regroup, but Charleroi is able to counter back the other way. Possible 3-on-2 for Charleroi. Slid through an opportunity far side, but offsides on the play was Bella Corrado, looking like she was going to get a step, but as Olivia Cernudo has had happen so much in the early going of this game, just a hair too far ahead, and offsides is the call on Charleroi. With 3:55 remaining here in the half, 6-1 your score in favor of the Southmoreland Scotties. This one's drilled back towards the center line, knocked down as Bartos will go after it. Cougar knocked down far sideline. Southmoreland takes back over into the offensive end. It's Bartos canceled out by Kendratovic off a body, And the whistle blows with 3:32 and rolling here in half number 2, and another free kick coming for the Charleroi Cougars. And once again, it will be Ramsdale on the far sideline. And Taylor Ramsdale shows with that kick once again why she is the kicker on the high school football team for these Cougars. One of 2 female kickers inside the Mon Valley. Other one, of course, Abigail Whaley of the Ringgold Rams. We'll see Abby on Saturday in our first game of the Mo Rosensteel Classic with the Ringgold Rams. As Kendra Tovich on the far sideline will work her way forward. Slides one near side, middle of the field, and that's where Charleroi looks to regroup offensively, but they will have nothing going as now it's Bartos. Near side, Slightpool took it away for a second, but now Armstrong gets it back to Bartos. Under 3 to play here in the half. Sent back through to the net mouth, and that's where it's taken by Addison Conrad once again. Conrad, probably been the best Cougar on the field, over 16 saves here in this one for the junior Conrad. 4 goals for Olivia Cernuto, Kylie Queer, and Gabby Fabry, the other 2. Kennedy Younger from Taylor Ramsdale for Charleroi as this one sent in. Far side, Southmoreland looking to add on. It appears Armstrong working in. Finesse shot in, and no problem there for Addison Conrad. Ninth shot her way this half. Conrad's got 7 of them. As here's Bartos. Bartos in line for the win as well. Got the start in net for Southmoreland. Pitched a first half shutout as back the other way. Here comes the Cougars. Near side pass connects. Far side splits a pair as trying to run into that one is Wither. She'll knock it out on the far sideline. 1:18 remaining here in the half. 6-1 Southmoreland quickly gets it back into the field of play. Headed towards the middle of the surface. Working her way in, that's Niccolo on the far side. Ball trickles out. And once again, another throw-in coming for the Scotties. 1 minute remaining here in the contest. Saw 3 goals in the first 9:09 of half number 2. Nothing since, down to 45 seconds remaining. 6-1 lead here for Southmoreland. Charleroi looks to regroup and send it back the other way from their own end. Ball to flex up towards the center line. Southmoreland on their way to 2-0 here on the young season. Charleroi, after an opening night win, will fall to 1-2. They stay 1-1 inside of section play, and that's all that matters when it comes to playoff hopes if you are the Charleroi Cougars, as this one is all but over. Down to 5 seconds. Southmoreland in no hurry, and that will do it. The Southmoreland Scotties go to 2-0, victorious in this one, 6-1. We'll take a break, come back, recap, and send you on your way right here on MVI Live.
Bring together expert faculty. Offer programs in high-demand fields. Add in a few centuries of tradition. You might call it the future of higher education. We're calling it Pennsylvania Western University. We've combined the resources of California, Clarion, and Edinburgh to create a new way to educate, where opportunities are boundless and tomorrow is yours to define. Built on tradition, built for your future. Welcome to Penn West.
Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. The right brands, price, and advice since 1946. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress is the Mon Valley's choice for selection, service, and savings for over 75 years. Highway Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. You're going to like us a lot. We guarantee it. G-Force Athletic Club free after-school youth boxing program for ages 10 to 18, located at 338 Fallowfield Avenue in Charleroi. G-Force's certified USA boxing coaches provide training in amateur boxing, running, and weight training. G-Force also provide a positive environment and Christian mentoring for our rising generations. For more information, call 202-262-0584. Back here on MVI Live, your final score 6-1 Southmoreland on top of the Charleroi Cougars. Olivia Cernuto first half hat trick along with a Kylie Queer tally. That made it a big lead for the Southmoreland Scotties, 4-0 at the break. Cernuto's third goal came with 2.4 seconds left in the half. That was her 91st of her career. Southmoreland would add on 2 in half number 2, as it was Gabby Fabry and Olivia Cernuto finding the back of the net. McKenna DeYounger, the lone goal for the Charleroi Cougars off the feed from Ramsdale off a free kick, as 6-1 your final score. Southmoreland now 2-0, and Charleroi falls to 1-2, but great play today by the netminder of the Charleroi Cougars. Addison Conrad was able to stop 17 shots here this evening, a lot of point-blank range shots. She is your highway appliance player of the game, so congratulations to her on a very good performance in what could have been a lot worse of a game. But until tomorrow, I'm Alex Lyons saying thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Thursday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at the beach. Your final score, one final time, Southmoreland 6, Charleroi 1, right here on MVI Live.